Says to Mabel, I says, "Oh, hey, we started."
Who's Mabel?
I don't fucking know. Who are you?
Who are you? Who the fuck are you?
Well, fucking, I'm the king of YouTube, bruh.
That'd be cool.
That's pretty funny, yeah.
You missed a beast.
Dude, I
The
got some.
beast.
I got some Mr. Beast.
You got the beast vase.
I didn't know Mr. Beast was a person.
Really?
Yeah, I just ordered a
You were
hamburger.
way out of the loop.
I don't follow mainstream shit. I don't mean to say that as a hipster. I just don't care. I don't want
I
to be.
never watched his like YouTube stuff, but people at work used to know the BU.
I legitimately never heard of him until No, somebody mentioned him about what do you do? He like made some people not blind or something.
Yeah, he reversed a bunch of people's
He,
blindness.
yeah,
With
that's
cataracts.
the first time I ever heard of him. And then I realized I ordered one of those DoorDash Mr. Beast burgers because they have a Impossible Patty, which is a thing I got one time. And then I watched a YouTube video about all those ghost kitchens, and I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh yeah, I did order one of those once. It was okay, I guess. That was a thing I got.
he's a nice guy. He seems it.
I don't even know what he looks like. So yeah.
He's on Fortnite. The kids love him.
Oh yeah, he's on the Fortnite, right next to Ninja. And is PewDiePie in Fortnite?
I don't think so. Everyone hates PewDiePie, I think.
Ariana Grande is.
That's true. But
And
What about
Ariana Grande is like a nice person, I heard.
uh, I don't know about
Well, I don't
that.
know. Not according to that book though. I wish my mom was dead.
I
I'm
don't,
glad my mom was dead.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't follow that shit.
Neither do I. I just know she licks donuts.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was like 100 years ago.
She likes. Oh, that's true. She does like donuts.
Good old, good old Grand. So
So it's new.
hello and welcome to episode 48 of the Digital Deliberation Podcast, brought to you by Tiny Dynamyte. You got me. I am Thomas. I'm the host. I'm also here with my co-hosts,
I'm
Brett
Brett.
and Tori.
Sorry.
And now I'm going to talk like the vending machines.
Why?
I don't know.
Is that like the new thing? Like the kids do?
It's the circus of values.
The
Yay,
circus of
Bioshock.
values.
With
Yeah,
that,
that was Ken Levine. He did that voice.
oh, did he?
Yeah,
Kind of neat.
my PSP brother, Ken Levine.
Who's Ken Levine?
He's the guy
Bioshock.
who made Bioshock and
Oh, that's neat.
System
Okay.
Shock 2 and those superhero turn-based games that were out back in the 90s. I forgot the name of all of a sudden.
Oh my God, I would have known if you didn't say
What
it.
ones?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Um, Freedom something, Freedom Force.
Freedom Force.
Oh,
Yeah,
Freedom Force.
Yeah,
they're cute little games.
yeah, yeah. He's a Boston guy. Used to go to the GameStop, and we talked about PSP games.
Was he a big fan of it?
Dude, you love PSP games, like Valhalla Knights and shit.
Really?
Yeah, wasn't expecting
Like
it.
deep, playing PSP deep cuts that you were expecting?
Last
Huh.
time I saw him was the packs before Bioshock Infinite came out, and he gave me with that the T-shirt that has the dog with the little wheelchair leg thing. It was some kind of in joke that I didn't really understand, but I got a T-shirt. That's pretty cool.
Were you like at the store by yourself when he came in or something, or did he?
Yeah, a lot of times I usually work by
Oh,
myself.
that's kind of neat.
I guess he came in to sign Bioshock when it came out. So if you're at the South Shore Plaza on the launch day of Bioshock, you might have got your game signed thanks to me. I was like, yo, come in and come hang out on the release day. And he's like, all right, and he did.
Like, nah.
Nah, kid, fuck that noise. So
Fuck people. Don't like my fans.
Those fucking limited edition statues sucked ass though. Half of them were broken inside the box.
Really?
The drill was
That
broken off.
sucks.
Yeah, they didn't
Did
secure
you
it.
recognize him when he came in or something? Or did he
No,
introduce himself?
we just
Well,
talked, and I was like, "Oh, hey, man, what do you do?" And he's like, "Oh, I design video games." I'm like, "Oh, really? Anyone ever heard of?" He's like, "Yeah, we're working on one called Bioshock." Like, "Oh yeah, System Shock." He's like, "Yeah, I did System Shock." Like, I know that game. They're in Quincy.
yeah, I
Over.
knew they were. I knew after the fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was next to the Quincy Sun in the center. That's where they have the original Rational. I think he works in like out of Norwood or Needham now somewhere. That Ghost Games thing. They're still in the area.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of neat. I can't wait till the new one comes out.
I can't remember the name of it.
I can't do this.
Judas.
What is it?
Judas.
Oh, Judas. Yeah, that's right. I should get Ken and be on their podcast. Talk about some Fallen Knights on the PSP.
He's like expecting you to want to like talk about Bioshock. You're like, so remember that time I used to see you in GameStop? What PSP games were you into that time? And he's like, what?
It's weird they didn't have a PSP spin-off or whatever.
There's supposed to be a Vita release of Bioshock, and that just quietly got canceled. They just stopped talking about it at a point, and it just disappeared.
It came out for iOS.
Bioshock did.
Bioshock. Yeah.
Yeah, they were making a side game that was exclusive to the PSP. That was that thing. Or the Vita. One of the two. I don't remember which one.
Okay.
Speaking of games that people forgot, you guys remember the multiverses?
No.
Yes,
Multiverses.
Yeah, multiverses.
kinda. Yeah.
I didn't get Craig in here, so I'll have to pull the audio directly from this video. That's fine.
What's up with the multiverse?
They're pulling it because it's in the it was in the beta phase. They're pulling it offline in June. They're gonna keep it offline until the official release in early 2024.
Whoa.
That game sucks.
Yeah, I heard it's not that good.
It's like playing Smash Brothers, but it has no. It's like everything is too slippery, and there's no weight behind any of the moves, so stuff just kind of happens.
That's the multiverse is the one where they throw all the characters, right?
You need to be more specific.
Like Scooby Doo and
They throw all the characters.
like the Scooby Doo characters, and they throw like.
It has a bunch of WB properties, if that's what you're trying to say.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
They were thinking about bringing Walton, and they have like LeBron James and shit.
Yes, that is true. LeBron
That's
James
crazy
is
that they're
owned by
gonna take.
WB.
That's crazy they're gonna take it offline though, because didn't they just have like a like that game was legit at fucking uh what do you call it? What am I blanking on? That fighting game tournament.
Evo?
Yeah, I thought it was at Evo.
Now recording.
Hey, we're recording.
I'm looking at the Steam reviews right now, and it's pretty fucking savage.
It's not a good game. It's one of those games
not,
where you're
no,
playing
it's
it.
not even about the game. People are just angry about the whole money issue.
Oh yeah, they did
People
charge. They
bought
charge money for
characters and
stuff. Yeah,
stuff,
I don't know
and
what the
then
fuck
they
they're doing.
Yeah.
left.
It's weird.
That's why I was kind of surprised that they were gonna pull it offline, because I'm like, I thought people legit put fucking money into it. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's a weird choice. And I'm
And then
aware.
hoping,
I'm
and
aware.
then fucking
Chris.
hoping those players are gonna come back.
It's a fad of the month thing. It was like, oh, you know you can play as SpongeBob in this game? That's crazy. He's playing Batman, but the novelty wore off.
Yeah.
It's one of those games you play it, and it's like I just might as well be playing Smash Brothers because that's a well-developed game. Why am I
Yeah.
playing like a bad version of Smash Brothers? It was like that
Oh, they're bring-
Nicktoons game that I had for the Nickelodeon one that was popular for like a hot minute, and then it completely fell off. Nobody talks about it anymore.
Yeah.
That game wasn't good either. It's like, hey, it's kind of competent, and that's cool, but we already have Smash Brothers. So you got to be better than that. It's weird. It's weird. The whole thing's weird. I guess it's a free-to-play game that's also on mobile. Is the benefactor to that.
It's so weird though, like that they would. I don't know. Usually when games are like, I guess sometimes when games are like early access, they'll give you a heads up that hey, this game might like I don't know. It's just such a fucking weird thing to have like a world championship get so much hype into it, and then decide that they're just gonna pull it offline and hoping that people are gonna come back
Yeah, it's
in
weird.
like a fucking year.
Yeah,
That's a long time.
it is. I agree. I don't
Gaming
get it.
industry's messed up.
No, I'm just saying for a game of a flavor of the week, you would just think that like you would just fucking you want to keep it up there as like long as you fucking could.
All right, I'm moving on. I'm not interested in multiverses. Uh,
This time in August or next year when the game is in full, 3 months later, hey, they're shutting down multiverse. That's gonna be my call right now.
I'm curious if they're even going to make it to the release.
I was wondering the same thing. I'm like, if they make it to the release, awesome. If not, we're gonna hear it's like, hey, we're gonna delay multiverse indefinitely. What's the next story you got? That's just funny.
Remember that time Ubisoft said they're going to E3?
Yes.
Ubisoft is no longer going to E3.
What?
They
Who's
pulled
going
out.
to E3 then?
Fuck if I know.
Why
They're probably going to cancel it
why'd people revolt against E3?
because it sucks. I mean, wait, it was for the. It was originally made for the press. It was there for press and like retailers and stuff to buy inventory for games coming out. And the internet has completely replaced both of those avenues. So there's no reason for it to exist. So it's just now trying to become another PAX. And they're like, hey, we already have PAX. We don't need another one.
Is it
Hey guys, did
easier?
you know there's a PAX in every hemisphere now? Okay, we're just gonna do that con instead because it makes us money.
Yeah, it's the same people who do PAX is now doing E3.
Oh well,
It's
yeah,
ReedPop.
that's.
Yeah, so Ubisoft's gonna release a digital show like everybody else does.
Oh, this is like basically an Ubisoft Connect.
Yeah, yeah, more or less.
Is it just easier, you think, and safer to like sort of come up with like your own sort of
Yeah, 100%.
like
Nintendo's been doing it
YouTube's
for a long time.
you don't have to compete against other companies' stuff.
Yeah,
The other thing is, it's like Zoom has made it so that way. It was like if you remember the back in the day, Tom, even like a decade ago, or even I would say like 2008 through then, it was like that's where people went to go sign contracts and shit for games and like to show off their demos. And now, like, with just the way Steam and like all these cons and the way that Steam does these early access games, it's just like, okay, you can save your budget $15,000 by not going to these fucking things.
15,000. Wow, that's way more than that.
I was thinking, I'm just throwing like a ballpark number for what it would cost to send 3 employees plus the setup and all the other bullshit. That's just like the cost for just people like actually going. Never mind all the other shit going into it, and then hoping the demo survives, and then any of the other bullshit if case something breaks on the way over and you need to get shit FedEx to you. Why the fuck would you not do it all digital?
Tori, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm just messing around with my face settings, you know.
Fuck. I know Brett's thing is glitching.
Mine is?
It's because I had a chroma key the background of Discord out, and it's black, so you're all black. So there's parts of you that are
Oh,
just shimmering. I'm aware of it. I just thought I was sick of waiting and don't really care that much. Uh, yeah.
I
So
mean, it's my face. I can mess with my settings, you
you can do
know.
whatever you want,
so
bro. It was just in the middle
I'm
of the
in
conversation, just flaring colors. It was very strange. Well,
PAX came and went this week, and everything I heard was it basically just turned into a bigger PAX Unplugged, where the convention floor is basically all tabletop now,
that's for the better.
with all the and they added like some food vendors and shit inside the building, so you don't have to go outside or leave the premises. So they brought like a lot of the food trucks and filled a lot of that space towards the back. So I heard it was like pretty good setup, but it's definitely not the way it was where you would go and see Squaresoft presenting this, or like the only thing
Square
I saw that was like
Square showed
Nintendo
off.
was there. I'm sorry.
Square showed off Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, actually, Nintendo showed off Zelda.
I heard they didn't. I heard they just did Pokemon cards.
I saw like a background then for like people were standing in front of. They only did Pokemon cards. Weird.
I actually don't know, but I just didn't see any news come out of PAX other than they showed Final Fantasy 16 and that there was a
Yeah,
lot of Pokemon cards. I didn't care.
I
I,
didn't either.
I work across the street. I couldn't have been asked to walk over. I was like, fuck that, I don't care.
My friend was like, "Do you want to go?" And I'm like, "That's a lot of driving for me to go buy a T-shirt."
Yeah.
Pat,
Yeah, PAX sucks
Yeah.
now. PAX is good the first like 4 or 5 years, and then it was
I
just
might
worse every year post
I
that.
might go next year, but for like a Saturday, and so I could leave. But I'm definitely not just gonna do one day of that.
I don't care enough to do that.
The first one was cool that I went to was cool because they had VR headsets and that was kind of
Yes,
still novel and everything. And now it's like, man, I don't want to go to PAX. There's nothing there that I want to do.
Maybe if there's a group activity next year, I might consider going for a day. If you're all gonna fucking be there, but I'm not going by myself. That's for damn sure.
no,
I work too many of those fucking things. I don't want to. I don't want to do it. PTSD.
Didn't Alden's mom or something work there one year? Or like
Alden's
someone's mom?
mom.
Not Alden. Someone's mom worked there.
Alden stuck in one year.
Alden's stuck in every year, and he just walked in. It wasn't even like a fucking like a sneaky way. He just walked in and didn't check his badge. Fucking pissed off. Like, yo, check this motherfucker's badge. What are you doing? He just waltzes in here. Hey guys, what are you doing?
Then talked about it with us. Like I was like, man, I gotta save $200.
To be fair, he showed us what's what.
Yeah, he did.
Look at these idiots paying for badges. You just walk in, they don't even check them.
How do you do that? He just
Whose
kinda,
mom? Whose mom worked at PAX? What?
was it Fred Smith's or something? Mom worked there. I don't know. I
Does
saw
Fred
someone's
Smith have a
mom.
mother? I thought he was just like was spawned one day out of like the other.
Oh,
I've never met
I
his
could be
parents.
completely wrong.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I worked at PAX. You talking about me?
Oh, it was no, I know you worked at PAX. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Oh man, there's a scandal happening. Juicy.
I was having PTSD of like,
One of Taylor's friends worked there. One of Taylor's friends' moms worked there one year.
Taylor has friends.
Harris or something?
Harris?
Yeah,
Harris's mother
I
did
don't
not work at PAX. I assure you.
I don't know.
I've met Harris's mom.
She was selling T-shirts or something. I could be completely wrong.
Unless Harris made his mother go to fucking a Sanchi booth and made her sell shit for him, which I could
Oh,
see
God.
him doing, she would
that
not
would
be
be
there.
amazing.
Harris's mother is this tiny little Jewish lady, and she's adorable. She would not be a person who shows up at PAX.
That'd be adorable if like
I would buy a shirt
someone.
from Harris's mom.
I'd buy a shirt from anyone's mom.
I know what she's doing. Hope she's doing well. Harris's mom, hope you're doing well out there. That's like your dad.
Um,
I'd hang out with your dad over Taylor any day.
I was hanging out with my dad the other day.
Yeah,
Kind
he's,
of nice.
he's a good guy. He gave me a Army of Darkness 4K Blu-ray in a steel box. I'm like, all right, that's a good movie. I'll take that. Do you guys remember that game, Dark and Darker?
yes,
Yeah, there are more juicy details have leaked out of that.
dude, that was fucking weird. I thought it was just like a small leak. He's just like, these are wrong, and then I saw it. I was like, ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, so before they were accused of stealing assets from Nexon, and and that has evolved into one of the developers of Dark and Darker was a former employee of Nexon, and he was working on a secret project called, I believe it was called P6 or P3. There was a number involved. P3.
Take P3.
Yeah. So Project P3 was pretty much Dark and Darker, and then he quit and got a group of people and then made it themselves. And Nexon is suing the company for intellectual theft. So it's a little more than just, hey, they used some assets. No, they stole the whole concept of the game. Allegedly.
And then ran and like that immediately left.
Yeah. So
Allegedly.
So yeah, the same that they were raided by the Korean police, and I think it's off Steam now.
Oh yeah, they pulled it off of
Yeah.
for future.
So R.I.P. Dark and Darker. Don't steal from giant corporations. They have money and lawyers. It's not a great idea.
It's a nice try though, you know. Good effort.
Yeah, good effort.
You know, they almost got away with it, except for those bastard kids.
All right, guys. I was working with the guys. You know those guys who are making Uncharted? Well, they got this game coming out, but let's do it first, guys. It's called No More Remain.
Oh God.
What are we gonna do? The Crash Bandicoot people, yeah, they ain't making no zombie game. Come on.
Are they really make?
I'm making a joke, Brett. You see, The Last of Us is a game that exists. I was
Gotcha.
pretending as if I was there before that game came out, but I made one myself with my ragtag crew of game developers.
So you made the game called like The More of Us?
Well, I said that the few remain, I believe is what I said. I
Oh
just said it. The joke was there. It wasn't a good joke. It was
no, I
intentionally bad.
that's
You gotta follow me, bud.
what was it? They're not the joke not being there. The joke.
Yes, that's exactly what it
Okay.
was. That it was an anti-joke.
Okay, then it was good.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So Atari is going to buy a company called Knights. I always forget the fucking name of this company. They do a lot of ports. They port a lot of things to PC. They did the BioShock, no, the System Shock remake. Um, shit, I own like 4 of their games. I completely blanking on the name and the games they released. But they're a company that does ports of in HD projects for other games, a lot of PC games. I think they are the ones who jumped on the 13 remake after the original team fucked it up so bad. I'm pretty sure they remade that game.
What happened with the 13 remake? Was it just like terrible?
Yeah, it was brought on by a company who was incredibly inexperienced, and the guy who runs it keeps promising that games will be very good and done very fast, and keeps botching them. It's like he's a
Okay.
serial botcher, and they didn't have the source code for 13, so they remade the game because
Oh, gross.
they couldn't just do it, and they did it in a not not very good way. I don't know if you ever seen the videos of 13 remake, but it's very shaky at best. Things would just glitch out all the time, and
Yikes.
it was all around a terrible remake. And then it was taken over by, I'm pretty sure, a Nightwave. Is that the name of the company?
Not brave.
Night Dive is the name of the company. Let me just verify that they are the ones who actually did the 13 remake. They did the Blade Runner port, the HD version, the Power Slave Exhumed that came out not too long ago, the Shadow Man port. They did Forsaken,
Oh, yep.
the Doom 64 port. Yeah, they did a bunch of good stuff. Atari bought them. Also, the guy who did the Resident Evil 4 HD project, that giant project that took years to do, where he went through the entirety of Resident Evil 4, fixed the game,
Yeah.
and did HD versions of all the textures in the game. And they hired him. So he now
Oh,
works
Oh,
for
cool.
Night Dive. And then if I've
that's cool.
intern was bought. I don't see them doing 13 though.
Did they do Quake?
They
didn't
did
do
they
Quake,
did
did
they
they?
did Quake. They did the Turok games, the recent Turok 1 and
The
2.
Turek ones are good. That's a really good company. Maybe one of the
Yeah,
best companies.
they do a lot of like just they did Sin. Remember Sin? They did Sin Gold. They did that Blood recent port. What else did they do here? System Shock 1 and 2. I didn't know they did a System Shock 1. Is this the I think this is just the remake of System Shock, right? Yeah, okay, this is the remake. They did the port of System Shock 2, which I do have. That game, that was a good port. Yeah, okay, they did a full remake of it. Interesting. I didn't know it was them. I didn't think they actually made games. I thought they were just a like a porting and like a high resing company.
I want to see what they have on Steam.
Seventh Guest, Tex Murphy, Harvester. Oh, they did a Harvester port. Interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was an interesting game. I played that with Taylor. One of those weird summer days where we just played random games in PC. That was that really weird top down. Uh, I guess you call it a point and click adventure game. There's not really any
Yeah.
combat in it. And it's like a creepy town, kind of like Children of the Corn. Wizardry 8, they did. That was a good port. Yeah. Who the fuck did the 13 remake? I gotta look this up now.
Driving you nuts.
Is it called the 13 remake?
You know, it's crazy though. That was a PlayStation 2 game, right? Or PlayStation 1?
What, 13?
Yeah.
PS2, Xbox, GameCube.
Yeah. So that means like the original is still like the definitive way to play that game.
I hear the new version of the game is decent. So maybe that.
Okay.
Um, It doesn't say who's doing it. Yeah, Play Magic is the people who fucked it up. Tower 5. Who's Tower 5? I don't know who that is. Tower 5. I've never heard of any of these games. Lorn Sword? Empire of the Ants? The fuck?
I never heard of that either.
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
This website's not great either.
Starship Titanic.
What the fuck is that? It sounds like a grandma. What,
It was
hidden site games or what, hidden object games? That's what that sounds like.
no, Starship Titanic was a Douglas Adams like tie-in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was kind of like it was a puzzle game, like a point and click adventure type dealy, like Myst kind of.
Do I have the 13 remake? I kind of want to play it now that it's been remade again. The remake has been remade.
The remake of the remake.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll see if I own it.
I'm gonna buy this real quick because it's only 11.
So shocking nobody. Abuse allegations emerged from GDC, women's drinks being spiked, all that stuff. But
Oh god.
the problem with this is they make it sound like it's a isolated thing with this industry, the gaming industry. It happens in
Yeah.
every industry, everyone.
Anything.
It's not a gaming related thing. It's just
What
shitty
did
people.
GDC?
Gaming developer conference.
Oh, okay.
It's a big convention more for like indie studios and stuff where they all get together and talk about.
That's the
shit
thing.
they're
It's
doing.
unfortunate, but it's been happening like in every convention.
Anytime
like,
alcohol
yeah.
and people are involved, I probably shouldn't say things like that, but let me just say I know a place that recently put a policy into place where where they force a 2-drink maximum because of a incident that happened at a party, at work sponsored party not too long ago.
Oh wow.
Nothing to do with video games, I tell you that much. It's just everything. People suck. Watch your drinks.
Yep.
And the thing is, it's like that happens without people getting their drinks spiked. It's like people can make bad decisions and be taken advantage of when it's like the proper amount or too much alcohol is consumed. And that's like the unfortunate thing. It's like there's dickheads around no matter what you do, and it's just been more prevalent in the video game industry lately.
Shitty frat boys work everywhere. It's the whole
Yeah.
world.
That shitty business culture.
Yep.
People think they're just gonna get away with it because they see Wolf of Wall Street.
Gotta watch your back.
Yeah.
What? Gotta watch your coat. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta watch.
Or you gotta do what Charles Barkley says: get a fall guy.
Yeah. So the article pretty much just states how they a lot of people have identified people and are sharing this news amongst themselves to make sure they're safe and stuff like that, which is all good practices.
Are they like saying any naming names and stuff? Though?
Not that I've seen. I think it's just been more of an internal kind of thing. Street justice, all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, who the fuck? I don't know Steve accounting in Activision. You know, it doesn't mean much to me as a
Oh yeah, it's
person on the street. But you know, I'm sure people would
Right.
like to know who attend these events. Like, yo, you stay away from Steve in accounting. He's a piece of shit. Fucking Steve.
Yes, Steve.
God damn it, Steve.
Probably stuck his dick in the Xerox again.
So, in the world of nobody asked for this, there is a Contra MOBA, not a MOBA, it's a Contra Battle Royale for mobile phones currently being what's that when you release something in a small quantity in a specific area? Focus testing. It's being focus tested in the Philippines.
What, really?
Yeah, a Contra Battle Royale on phones.
that's kind of. Oh, I heard about that. Like that's not the Contra game people want.
No, they haven't made a Contra game people want since Contra 4 on the DS.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been a while.
Yeah. And even then, they were very sporadic. You got a shit ton of bad Contra games. The
The
ones in-
last yeah, I was gonna say, didn't we recently get a Contra, but it was like a rail shooter?
No, it was a isometric shooter, and it wasn't very
Yeah,
good. There's that thing
that's what it was.
Konami does where they outsource their IPs to shitty companies. They'll just make them for cheap and sells off the name brand. Like Contra,
What?
the ones on the PS1 were bad. There's also one of them was ported to the Saturn from the PS1. That was, a shitty game. PS2 has Neo Contra, which was good. And Shattered Soldier, was that a PS2 game?
Oh, yep.
That was all right. There was the Wii Contra Resurrection,
Why was
Rebirth.
Contra 4 only on the DS?
I don't know. They did a thing where it used both screens, so it was kind of hard to play. Where you can be on it's one little big map, so you got up and down, and you can get
Yeah.
shot from the bottom screen when you're on the top. It's hard to watch. Guess this is too much real estate to cover. But it was it was a well-made game overall. That I can't think of any Contra games that weren't pachinko since that one that came out a few years ago on the Switch.
Oh yeah, Konami's trash, huh?
Konami doesn't give a shit.
I'd love to see a Contra slot machine.
There's definitely a Contra pachinko machine. I can assure you, I've seen it.
When is
Like in
Pachinko gonna
person?
come to
No.
the US?
What company in the US?
The Pachinko, when's that gonna?
I don't
be a
know.
big thing?
Konami has a big presence in Vegas. If you land in the Vegas airport, you can see the Konami building.
Oh, I think I knew that.
They do casino games. I'm just not sure which ones they do.
Huh.
I know Persona 5 has a slot machine.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of neat.
I mean, is it?
Yeah, I like when seeing video games go, because like it's our generation of people who are like going to casinos and shit like that. So seeing some of the stuff that we played, it's
No,
like
man.
you see Wheel of Fortune, you see other shit like that. Why the fuck wouldn't you
I
want
want
to
to
see?
see Golden Girls and nothing but the Golden Girls when I go
I want to see
gambling.
a Final Fantasy slot machine where
I don't.
like
Oh man, I don't know, Brett. That's a really good idea.
Gambling sucks.
gambling's fun and
No,
under control.
I don't know if I need Cloud to be yelling at me to put more fucking coins to attack
No,
Midgar, you know?
you gotta just like watch Aris almost dying.
Omni
And it's just like,
Slash!
oh my god, get
Oh.
her a fucking heal. Chocobo racing the slot machine.
Remember when
Is this a good time to introduce our new sponsor, DraftKings?
yeah.
It's like the fucking Final Fantasy VII had the golden saucer in it. Yeah, we don't need a.
They took the slot machines out of that Pokemon remake. We had to play that shitty game on the Nuzlocke that was the Electrobes one that sucked ass. It used to be slots.
Yeah, why'd they do that? Gambling?
Because game was bad, bro.
Gambling's great.
All right. Calm down there, buddy. I'm glad they're
Getting the
enforcing
itch.
these time limits on these apps.
I'm gonna go to the casino this weekend. Prove you all wrong.
Have fun, buddy. You
I'll go
got
to casino.
you guys remember that TMNT arcade game they remade, or they made a new one of recently, Shredder's Revenge?
Yeah.
Well, they decided, people seem to like these old 80s and 90s cartoons remade into side-scrolling beat 'em ups. Let's do our own. But let's get the Toxic Avenger to be the character they
I
use.
saw
crazy.
that. Like, what the fuck?
So there is a game coming out that looks exactly like Shredder's Revenge. Like it's the same art style, the same shading and everything. Called Toxic Crusader. I guess it's just called Toxic Crusaders. So it's based off the cartoon, and it looks pretty good. And I guess I had it at PAX.
I'm like, who asked for the Toxic Crusader? I'm glad.
Literally no one.
I'm glad. It's
I
a
mean,
fun game.
I'm
but
fine
it
with
was
it.
like-
It doesn't bother
I
me. It's
was-
just a strange choice.
I was like, what a random IP to reboot in fucking 2023. Okay, sure, I'll accept it.
This is the perfect time to bring back
I love it.
Cadillacs and dinosaurs. You know,
Yes.
they fucked up sewer sharks.
They're making a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. The Ronin.
Yeah, there's gonna be an action RPG.
What kind of game is it? Like
It's gonna-
3D, like modern looking, or like another throwback game?
I think it's gonna
Sure.
be modern looking.
Interesting.
Lame.
TMNT games are generally decent, if not good. It's very rarely you see a bad one. That NES one is good. Fuck you all, y'all.
Yeah.
All
Was
the
that
NES
Time
ones
or
are
something?
good.
Yeah, that first one's good. People are just wrong.
First one's good. The arcade game ones were fucking great.
Yeah.
But the first one is good for their own, for what they are, for what it is. It's hard. Fuck off. Controls are fine.
I might buy the collection on Steam on Switch.
The Cowabunga collection.
Yeah.
Far out,
A
man.
good game to buy on the Switch. Winky face.
You sicken me.
Yeah. It's not something we take lightly here at Teddy Dynamite.
It's true.
Yeah, Nintendo's gonna sue us.
Maybe.
That'd be kind of.
Bowser's gonna
Kinda
firebomb my
cool.
house.
I'll have you know that I bought both Pokemon and Fire Emblem.
Did they ever make a port of the Simpsons game?
They had a port on the Xbox Live Arcade, and it was delisted. But now you can buy the arcade machine from One Up Games.
For like $400.
Yeah. There's also a DOS port that was not very good. If you talk about like legal ways to play that game.
It was on the PlayStation Network too.
If it's on the PSN, yeah, maybe. But it was probably the same exact time as the 360 version. I did not know it was on the PS3, to be honest. I'm sorry?
People did not like it when it came out on Xbox Live.
Really? It was just, I mean, that game's not very good. as a belt scroller, it's very there's like two enemy types until you get to those stupid bowling balls that shoot fucking bowling pins at you that suck ass. It doesn't play particularly well.
No, it's a bad game.
Yeah, it's not very good. TMNT is a much better side scroller beat 'em up.
Yep.
Yeah. They remade that the Turtles in Time on the PS3/360 as well. They delisted that one too. People don't like
Time.
Yeah, that remake was fine. People hate it. It's not as good as just playing the Super Nintendo version, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know why people hate it so much. It played fine. It was kind of ugly, I guess. It was like weird cell shaded 3D models that weren't the best looking. But it also led into Scott Pilgrim, and that's good. What else do I got?
It's a great game.
Do you have any news, Brett?
Nah. I couldn't find anything that I was interested in.
You fucking suck. Do no work.
I usually do, but there wasn't anything that I really...
You won't even turn your fucking webcam on and do the fucking...
My webcam's on!
Yeah, I know, out there fucking bitching about it for 20 minutes.
I didn't bitch about it. I did it was like, told you you're bullying me. That's all I said.
I'm bullying you. Hey, we're doing that thing we do every week. I don't know why you making me do it.
No one heard him, like, threatening me earlier.
I brought out good old Wrenchy.
He did. She's sitting next to my head. Followed by, why does my mouth taste tinny?
You gonna do this podcast, you see. We're gonna tell people about the Toxic Crusaders.
We're gonna talk about the Toxic Crusaders and the toxic atmospheres in our country.
We gotta spread the good word of TMNT1 on the NES.
And Christ. Crusaders for Christ and the Toxic Crusader.
Crusaders for Christ. I don't know.
Toxic Crusader for Christ.
That's not what people are envisioning when you think of crusading for Christ.
The Toxic Crusader for Christ.
What is Toxic Crusader from? Is that like a trauma movie or something?
It was a movie.
Yeah, Toxic Avenger was a trauma movie.
Yeah.
And they, for some reason, took that totally a kid-appropriate movie and made it into a kid's television show. Animated cartoon on the... I don't know, it was on UPM when I was a kid. I don't know what that channel was actually on. It was alright. I remember it. I watched it. TV was weird. They made a Rambo cartoon. Fucking weird. Where's my Crow animated series? They fucked up. This one is a weird story. Congress is pushing to have Biden... What exactly is happening? It's something to do with Congress trying to get something passed to have the Trade Commission look into Sony's hold of PlayStation in Japan and how it has an unfair advantage against the Xbox succeeding there. It was very strange.
Really?
Yeah, there's 11 members of Congress signing this document to have this happen.
it's all lobbyists and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Microsoft. Yeah. There's a really weird yeah. It makes sense though. Like it's stupid because everyone kind of knows where it's coming from and everything. Like Microsoft
It's
is just
100.
trying
It's
to influence
100% spite,
people.
right? This
Well,
is
they're
all
trying
spite.
to. This is so. What is it? Microsoft is trying to get Congress to just like go through yeah, okay, it's spite. It's yeah. Um,
Well, if we have an unfair advantage for Call of Duty, how about you have an unfair advantage in Japan? There's like 2 Xboxes over there.
um. I mean, so like for years though, like it's kind of weird how it's happening now because like you'd think of like in the 90s when both the two biggest video game companies were Japanese. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Some would argue they still are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's true.
I don't know
and
how Japanese Sony is
but it was
nowadays,
like
but
it was pretty much a monopoly. There was no American system.
Atari,
Uh,
yeah, would fucking vanish off the face of the earth.
yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It's kind of funny, and
Yeah.
well, yeah, and every time Atari like came out with a console, like it would get destroyed. Like the Jaguar, you could argue that like that was because of Japanese companies crushing American companies. But
I'd just argue that the Jaguar was just arguably shitty. It's bad to develop for, and it was
that's
it also
this
came out
is
in a very
true. This is
weird
true,
era. They
but
released it too early.
this is true, but it didn't. But like it's weird that like the trade commission or whatever didn't get involved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. That's
Or
pretty bad.
try to influence it because it was an American company. I don't know.
Bay
2023, it seems like it's a weird time for that to happen because like there's a lot of an American video game companies now.
I'm just looking at the sales for video game rankings in Japan from the 13th through the 19th, and Bayonetta Origins has only sold 6,000 copies.
6,000?
6,474.
That's
In
got to be
Japan.
wrong.
No, because all the other ones are correct. Because I'm looking at Kirby's Return to Dreamland came out in February, and the weekly copies so far has sold as 25,000 with total copies of 308,000. So the numbers make
I was probably gonna buy
sense.
that after I beat Bayonetta 3.
25,000
Pokemon
seems low too. That seems like at least 1/3 the numbers I'd be expecting.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are still selling double it by 15. It's like 15,000 weekly copies
Oh,
still.
weekly.
Weekly.
Okay, I think been like year to date. Like that sounds very low.
No, Kirby since February sold 308,000, which sounds right. Return to
Okay.
Dreamland.
All right.
Hogwarts Legacy, they hate themselves. Well, no, that sold pretty decent there. It's 154,000.
Japan doesn't know what a turf is. They don't
In
fucking,
Japan?
Yeah.
they don't fucking know. They don't
Splatoon
care.
3. So we're looking at Pokemon has sold 4.9 million. Splatoon 3 is selling 3.9 million. Mario Kart
Yay.
Deluxe has sold 5.2, and it's still continuing to sell 9,000 units a week.
Yay.
Trying to see if there's anything on here that's surprising. Minecraft is still selling a shit ton over there, but it's just because it's a good building game. Octopath Traveler with 80,000 copies total, but it's at 4,700 this week. Smash Brothers still hanging on to the 10 spot. 4,000 copies still sold, which is
pretty good.
crazy for a game that was released fucking, what, 4 years ago at this point?
Yeah,
Right?
that was
5? Yeah.
that came out when I was living in Cambridge, so that was like 2018, 2019.
What game?
Smash
Smash
Bros.
Brothers. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
2018.
Yeah. Shocking.
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. I just like looking at seeing what's still selling over there.
Mario Kart
Breath of
8
Wild still in there.
original
Yeah.
release was 10 years ago.
Yeah, Mario Kart 8, 2017.
That was the DX version.
Oh, that's the deluxe. Yeah,
It's originally a Wii U game.
5.7 million. I wonder if they have like the Japanese like Xbox sales. 0.
One guy one guy sold an Xbox.
They pre-ordered one and then canceled it because they thought it was a 360.
Do you think Redfall is gonna do good?
That'll be fun.
I don't have any interest in it, so I don't know.
I'll play it.
Yeah, I'm pretty interested in it.
It's one of those co-op shooter things like Left 4 Dead, isn't it?
Yeah, it's made by Bethesda.
I don't like Bethesda.
It's the team, whatever company did.
Is it Arcane?
Yeah, Arcane.
I don't like Arcane games. They're all bad.
I don't like the last one. I think I talked about that in the last podcast.
Deathloop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stop playing it.
I didn't play it at all. It just looked weird.
They just
It's
play. There's something weird. It's like a weird clunkiness to the gameplay that always bothers me. I don't know.
I tried playing Dishonored recently, and
Yeah.
I got to the second area, and I kind of liked it, but like I just never went back to it.
It's like they try to focus too much on storytelling, and it's a first person shooter. I'm like, just get to the point, guys. Come on.
What they do, what kind of annoys me, like right off the bat, is like they don't want you to kill everyone. Like I don't appreciate that. I wish you just
They should go back to making that Might and Magic first person shooter.
yeah.
Kick people in the spikes and shit. That's pretty fun. Not a fan of Thief.
Not either.
Did they do
They
the?
didn't make.
Did they make the new Thief? I say new, but it's like 2014 that game came out. Still
I had
new
a
in my
teacher
book.
high school who was like obsessed with Thief. He's like, man, I like you because you. That was like,
The original two Thief games were good.
yeah.
That was Looking Glass Studios, which I think was
I thought it was EDOS. It wasn't.
that's probably published by Eidos, but IDOS.
IDOS. Sorry, I always say EDOS because I'm.
Was that the company before Rational? Was it Looking Glass? There's some kind of connection, I think. If it's not them directly, I think they published those Freedom Force games. I don't fucking know. Thief was good though. The original one,
Never played them.
not the more recent
Thief the
recreation.
Dark Project.
Yeah, there was
Looking Glass Studios. Yep.
Yeah, but who were they? Where were they? Was that a Massachusetts company? Did Ken Levine work for him?
New Hampshire, so pretty close.
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
They have computers up there.
Oh, headquarters Cambridge. It was founded in
Ayo.
Salem, New Hampshire. It was Paul Neurath.
Yeah, so there's some kind of connection. Fucking.
It was in 2000.
I think that's all I have for news.
I'm looking to see if there's anything major. Yeah, it was everything we just
Ground
recently talked about.
control to Major Tom.
John Wick is going to become a video game.
There already is two.
Yeah.
There's already two of them. They're making a third one. Explain yourself. Tori,
yeah.
what's he talking about?
What are you talking about, Tom? Brett?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was just reading through and didn't really click into it.
We need at least one more person in there. So
Oh
we
yeah,
can,
Tetris comes out this week.
So we can
Tetris the
do
movie comes out Friday.
the
I heard that's not
Birdie
that great.
Bunch intro.
Really?
I mean, it looks better than what you'd expect to get from a
Yeah.
Tetris movie, you know?
It's also Apple TV, so it's like fuck it, whatever.
I've watched one show on Apple TV.
I'm
that was
sure
alright.
you're a big Tetris person. If you don't know the story, then I'm sure it's gonna be fascinating. But if you know, but like it embellishes a lot or something.
No
I
kidding.
kind of saw that. It looked like it, but I'm like, whatever. It's a Tetris movie. I'm glad it's like. I'm just glad they're not making some bullshit like Battleship or Pixels again. You know what I mean? Like that's what I was worried about.
Were you worried about Brett, or were you super excited?
What's wrong with Pixels?
It's Brett's favorite movie.
I know.
I hate you all.
we were really disappointed though.
Oh,
I
when's the
just-
Mario movie come out?
comes out
Next
soon.
week, maybe next month. I don't remember.
Kinda
I want to say
interested
it's like the first week of April. It's sometime.
Do you think it's gonna be better than the first Lego movie?
Lego movie? I don't know. I think you say the
That's-
first Mario movie. I think undoubtedly better than the first Mario movie, but
Yeah.
that's one of those. That's another one of those weird movies that people have this weird fucking boner for.
Lego
Oh
movie?
yeah.
We sucked.
I forgot the game Dredge comes out this week, and I'm really excited about that.
The game Dredge.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah, I
a single
saw
player
that.
fishing RPG with an undercurrent of cosmic horror from the Black Salt games. It's basically like you go out fishing and like Cthulhu type shit starts like coming out at
I'm
night
fucking-
and stuff at you as
I'm
a
done with
fisherman.
Cthulhu.
It's
Fuck
pretty
Cthulhu.
neat.
Fuck that lore. Throw it
Pretty
away.
good stuff for the Switch.
So tomorrow games that are coming out: Chef Life, a restaurant simulator; Conga Quest; Crano Origins; MLB The Show 23. I hope that comes back out on Xbox. It was decent last year. Train Life, a railway simulator. Let's see, PlayStation, Chef Life is the same thing. Kingdom Rush Frontiers. Ooh, Saifu on the Xbox. Maybe that'll come to Game Pass. Colossal Cave.
Your whiteness
Uh,
hurts me.
Let's see what comes out on
Sifu.
Wednesday.
Sifu means master. It's Sifu.
Sifu, my bad.
Did you not take Mandarin classes?
No,
They don't have those up in Maine.
I graduated high school in Quincy.
So did I. We had
Are
Mandarin
you guys
classes.
doxing yourselves?
People know where I'm from. Nobody gives a shit about me.
I'm just gonna go through the games that are coming out on Switch Thursday quick, just so I can run down the line. The Queen's Tyranny, Assault Suits, Brookie Pets, Doodle World, Dredge, Infinite Guitars, like Dreamer, Lunic, Mothered, Norn 9, Van Commoners, Ore Body, Paper Triss.
What the
I'm
fuck are
assuming
you
that's
talking about?
Saga of Sins, The Last Worker, The Ultimate Anime Jigsaw Puzzle, Yakuro Sign. For the PlayStation, we've got Dredge, Lundmark, what?
You don't need to talk about Switch games coming out. They're all fucking shovelware.
Tales of Neon Sea. I don't know what that is. Sounds cool.
I'm probably gonna buy
Sounds
some of those Switch games.
familiar.
On PlayStation, we've got Billy 101, Blade Assault, Daymare 1994, Sandcastle, Super Geisha Neon. System Shock is on Friday. For Xbox, we've got Airy,
Wait, the
Combine 3, Blade Assault.
System Shock remake?
Yep,
That's out soon?
Friday.
Oh wow, that's one of those games I pre-ordered on GOG like a year and a half ago for some reason.
Guns and Runs on Xbox, Mother, a role-playing horror game, Rally Rock and Racing, Steel Dafer, and Super Geisha Neon.
Oh yeah, love those geishas.
Just letting people know what
That's
the
good.
fuck is coming out.
What's the free game on Epic?
I think last week it was like Ultimate Chess, but I'm not sure if it's changed yet. It is right.
It's
Yes,
still-
Chess
yeah,
Ultra,
it's-
and then Mother Warships, and then coming is Touche.
Do you guys want to play that chess game at some point?
Sure.
No, I always feel embarrassed when I don't do well in chess.
Oh, my nephew destroyed me this weekend.
I find very emasculated when I lose at chess.
He was like, I'm ranked 100 on chess.com. I'm like, is that good? He just like set me up, and I saw it happening, and I was like, I can't do anything.
Chess.com is actually pretty good.
Why did
I went
Soul
there for a little bit.
Souls asked if Chinese people are white? Like, what does that mean?
What is that even?
I'm
What?
sure you go for like, some kind of context there, but on face value, I have no idea what you're talking about. Lego Movie is good. I was saying how the original Mario Bros. Movie is not good. The one from 92, 93.
The
Yeah.
open world Lego racing game looks fucking sick.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for
Yeah, that game looks good.
I'm excited for that a lot
I
because it
want-
looks like they're taking a lot of the best parts of Forza and shit and making it fun.
I wanted to try that Lego Builders game that came out a year or two ago. I don't know what that's all about, but it looked interesting. Nowhere in the world are Chinese people considered white. What are you talking about? I'm almost positive universally claimed as being Asian. Not Caucasian. Although Asian does, crosses on both words there.
I'm kind of looking forward to Ghost. I think Ghost. What is it? City Tokyo or something it is.
Ghostwire
It's
Tokyo?
coming to Wire Tokyo, and when that comes out to Game Pass, I'm gonna stream that.
Yeah,
just because
that was a Tango GameWorks game.
I'm really looking forward to that. I wanted to play on the PS5, and then I saw it was coming out to
It was on PC.
Xbox.
It's been on
So-
PC since launch.
I'm gonna play it for free.
Yeah, I'm not particularly interested in that game.
I'll play it, stream it.
Hi-Fi Rush is better. I haven't played the other game, but Hi-Fi Rush is good. There's still been no news on why Mikami left.
Is that coming out on the Switch?
Who fucking cares? Switch sucks. You can pirate games on the fucking PC too. You don't have to just pirate on the Switch. You can do that.
No, I know that. I actually own the I have Xbox Live or whatever it is.
Game Pass?
Game Pass.
Yeah, it's not on Game Pass yet until it hits the PC release, I imagine.
No, Hi-Fi
it
Rush is on Game Pass.
100%. But is Ghostwire Tokyo? Is it on the Xbox Game Pass or PC?
It's it's
It's going
coming
to be.
out. It's going to be this week
Okay.
Yeah.
or
I said
2
no if it
weeks.
was like not on the Xbox, but it was on the Xbox app on the PC. They do that sometimes.
I heard that game sucks.
I heard it was underwhelming, but I've also heard it's also good, so I don't know. That's one of those games I should
Yeah.
probably try for myself because those are the games I usually end up liking.
I heard the hype wasn't good when it first came out because it was like being pushed as a very big PS5 game. At least when I heard it, and everyone's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, this is okay," and I'm okay. Like, I just didn't want to pay full price for a mediocre game. It was okay. It got
So,
like 6s and 7s.
so I think you're thinking of Italians.
Italians.
But they're considered white, but I don't know where you get it. I don't know where you get Chinese from. Mamma mia.
I don't know, man. You ever
Pasta
look at a
sauce.
map?
Yeah, I have. You don't do that thing where you're bored at like 2 in the morning and you just get on Google Earth and scroll through random countries and do Street View and walk around these. I need to get the VR version of Google Earth back.
You know what I used to do? This is a really fun thing. I haven't actually won this little challenge, but I go around like the outback, like the highways and the outback in Australia, and I try to find a kangaroo.
Have you found any?
No,
Oh, maybe they're a myth. I've never seen a kangaroo.
sure they exist though.
I've seen it at a zoo.
Have
Yeah,
you?
I think I've seen one.
Yeah,
I've never even seen one in a zoo.
you've never seen a kangaroo in a zoo?
No.
Huh.
I'm gonna shitty zoos, I guess.
I was gonna say you're going to the wrong zoos if you haven't seen a kangaroo in a zoo.
Yo, bro, the fucking Seattle Zoo has penguins and the aquarium doesn't. What's up with that shit? If I go to
Say that again?
aquarium, I want some fucking penguins.
Wait, we really don't have penguins at our aquarium?
No, the Boston Aquarium has penguins. The Seattle one does not. They have them at the zoo. It's weird.
Oh,
It's backwards.
they're birds though. It's kind of weird actually if you think about it, that they
They're aquatic
are at an
birds.
aquarium. So how many ducks do they have at the aquarium?
I mean, a shit ton, but I don't think they're they were invited. They just kind of made their
Yeah.
own way in. Have you been to the Boston Aquarium?
Yeah.
Shit ton of ducks there. I haven't been to the aquarium in a hot minute. Is that a thing you do when you're an adult? Do you still go to the zoo and the aquarium?
The aquarium's kind of neat.
How about
I
the
went-
Museum of Science? Can I go to that when I'm an
Oh,
adult? Or is that for kids?
No, when I was wrecking duck boats, like I got totally burned out. It's trash. It's not as nearly as cool as it was when I was a kid. They don't have like half the exhibits they used to.
I
the
legitimately
exhibits they do
only
ha-
remember the stairs that were piano keys. That's all I remember about this Museum of Science.
I think they have those still. Here's the thing: is they have most of the exhibits are exactly like you remember them from when you were a kid.
It's half.
Like most of them.
So I think everybody else is wrong.
What?
If Boston is the only place that has the penguins at the aquarium, I think we're the ones in the right here. How about you put them in both? Because I'm never going to not see a penguin and be like, penguins.
I don't know why they don't have more penguins. That's kind of a bullshit thing not to have.
I'm not going to go to the zoo and say, they got penguins here? What the fuck? I'm like,
Right.
penguins.
Penguins
rule.
would get me more likely to go to a zoo.
Exactly. I mean,
What about SeaWorld? In San Diego, whatever? Don't they have penguins there?
I don't know. I didn't go to SeaWorld.
I don't know if they would have penguins in this. Like,
I didn't go
I
to the
feel like that'd be
fucking. I didn't go to the San Diego Zoo.
Wait, how'd you not go to the San Diego Zoo?
I don't know. I had a fucking sheltered existence in California. It sucked.
Jeez.
San Diego Zoo is like the best place
Yeah,
out
that's
there.
what people always say. Like, you gotta go to the zoo in San Diego. I fucking went to San Diego plenty of times. Didn't go to no fucking zoo. Bullshit.
I'll take you to the zoo sometime, buddy.
Yeah, it's kind of San Diego.
Yay. I love San Diego.
We'll go to San Diego for my 40th birthday.
San Diego's a good time.
Vegas.
LA
It does.
blows.
It
San
really
Diego
no,
rules.
seriously, San Diego's fucking best. It's got the gas lamp district and shit like that. That place is the bomb for like walking for bars and shit to do.
Yeah,
I think San Diego is completely underrated.
I agree. Let's keep it that way.
Let's go to
Yeah.
Mexico too. Over
I mean,
there.
fuck San Diego.
Yeah, we all love
Everyone-
LA. Let's all
LA is the best. They have the best food, definitely the best tacos, definitely not overpriced at
Oh, man.
all.
There's
I
a
don't want to go to.
there's a
LA.
dude at my work. I haven't met him yet, but he's currently in San Diego, and I guess he's telling all my coworkers that he hates the Mexican food there and how
You,
Massachusetts has the best Mexican food. And I'm like, what are you basing that off of, bro?
you have COVID?
San Diego is pretty much Mexico. You can't get any more authentic than that unless you go over the border.
Dude, you gotta go to Margaritas.
Margaritas, oh man.
They got these things called fucking chimichangas, bro. I don't even know if you fucking had one.
Have you been to San Diego, Brett?
Yeah,
He lived
I
there,
used
didn't
to.
he?
I lived out there. Yeah, I
Yeah.
lived out in Ontario, towards there, and it was called up in Idlewild, which was like this little fucking 5,000 feet above sea level, right outside of Hemet.
Oh man, him sucks.
Yes, it does. It's nothing fucking out there.
It's kind of ghetto.
It's definitely what they call the Inland Empire.
Yeah, I mean, I lived in Corona, so I mean,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Corona's all right. I kind of think it's Corona.
Yes, exactly.
At least we're not Hemet. At least you're not San Bernardino.
That's what it should say on the fucking sign. At least we're not Hemet.
Yeah, like
Palm Springs is okay.
Palm
It's like the
Springs.
only
Yeah,
thing
that's where old people go.
that's basically the only thing that's good about like that Hemet, Ontario area. It's like 2 hours of anywhere you want to go to. It's like San Diego's that way, 2 hours of LA, 2 hour, but it's definitely if you have to just go get stuff done, you're like, this place is fucking gross.
Ontario has the Toyota Arena where they occasionally have Japanese bands show up. I don't know why they show up there, but they do.
I almost went to BlizzCon because I was like 4 hours away from it, but I ended up ever going.
Where is it held?
Towards I think it was Anaheim, so it was like 4 or 5 hours away. It was
From
like
Hemet? Anaheim's like 40 minutes away, bro. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
Anaheim's right next to Corona. It's in between Corona and LA. So if you go to like Long Beach, you pretty much go through Anaheim. From my place in Corona, you can get to Disney World, Disneyland in about 15-20 minutes.
Disney was cool.
I didn't go. Never been.
What the fuck did you do in California?
It was not a good time. I assure you.
I was an indoor kid. You could have done that in New England.
Yeah. I've been to Disney World and Florida.
We're thinking about taking the kids to Florida.
Yeah. Wait till they're like 9 or 10.
That's what I'm saying. It's like Evie's almost 3, but I like was trying to take them to Six Flags in Massachusetts first and see how that fucking goes.
I've never been to a Six Flags. I was told it's pretty much all roller coasters.
Pretty much.
I don't mind roller coasters now, but when I was a kid, I was not a fan. I just like that one at Kennedy Lake. That was just, I think it was a corkscrew. It was a very small one. It just kind of went upside down a little bit. That was fun.
I don't like roller coasters because everyone gets 3 clicks and I get 2 because of my height, and I don't like that.
Doink.
I was at Canopy Lake. I went on the corkscrew, and my sister, my mom, and my dad next to me all got 3 clicks. And when they put the fucking thing on me, because I'm 6'7", 6'6" at that time, still as a teenager, and I hear click, click, and I said, why don't I get 3 clicks? And they said, you're fine. And I say, but everyone else got 3 clicks. And that's why I don't like roller coasters.
Don't worry about it, bro.
Everyone got 3 clicks. He's like, hey, you're good. I'm like, what? I don't see you're good on the manual. Where the fuck is the turn to page 3 for I'm good?
You turned out okay. You're still here. You get lost in the stratosphere. Phil, I can't say words
There's
correctly.
what the fuck is it? There's a movie called Class Action Park, and this kid dies on the roller coaster. And the lawyer said that it wasn't the roller coaster that killed him; it was the rock that stopped him.
I mean, technically, it's true.
I was like, what? It was
like,
the rock that stopped him as he fucking got launched out of the roller coaster.
That's like when they
They
say
said it
guns
wasn't
don't
the
kill
roller
people.
coaster; it was the fucking rock.
Cardiac arrest kills people.
Oh, like what a lawyer had to fucking defend that. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah. It was the rock.
This will go over well. It'll be fine.
But he wouldn't have gone on it. It was the no, it's a rock.
It's not the parachute failing; it's the ground. You have to do about the fucking ground.
It's a ground proof.
Soul's got a hot Tower of Terror story for us at some point.
Oh shit!
I love towers. I love terror.
2 clicks. Not a fan. Not a fan.
Do you wake up in cold sweats at night? 2
Ah!
clicks! 2
Fucking
clicks!
2 clicks.
Ah, shit. Alright, we gonna talk about video games you've been playing?
Yeah, let's talk about video games we've been playing.
Unless you want to talk about penguins some more. I do like penguins.
What are we playing?
Who's going first?
Oh, I beat those little nightmare games.
Oh, Lost in
Nice.
Nightmare, or whatever the heck it's called. Little Nightmares? Little Nightmares,
Little
right?
Nightmares 1 and 2, and all the
Yeah.
DLC for Little Nightmares 1.
Yeah, those games were something.
They're okay.
It's like, they're kind of like Inside, but they don't suck as much.
That's a good. I don't know. That's I guess if you want more gameplay than Inside, then
You know, I do love gameplay in my video games.
Yeah, me too.
It's a
That's why I
thing
don't
I
play
like.
Sony games.
So there's still like not a whole lot of gameplay in the first one or the second one, but then like the DLC for the first one actually is kind of hard. Like there's some like pretty tricky puzzles that you have to figure out. It's nothing too hard or whatever. But then like you beat the DLC and then you go right back to like almost no gameplay in the second one. It was kind of jarring.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them. I enjoyed the experience of getting them. Super short too. You can beat both of them in like less than 10 hours, I think.
Those are published by Namco, aren't they?
They are.
Weird. What?
Namco does some decent games. Didn't Namco do that Journey to the West or whatever it was called?
Yes, they did. That was a Ninja Theory game, but they did publish that.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
that game was really.
game.
I love that game. Super underrated.
Namco might be my favorite game company.
I think you might be right.
They have consistently been good since the 80s.
Yes.
Like 1980 to now, they've consistently released good games.
Enslaved Odyssey to the West.
Yep, that's it.
Yes. Yep.
That was written by the guy who wrote like 28 Days Later. Fun fact.
28 Days Later? Danny Boyle?
No, not directed. Wrote. He's the guy. He also directed Annihilation, that movie.
Oh, yeah, that movie's all right. People really, really jerked it off, but it was very mediocre.
It was okay. The book was a lot better.
I hear that's what I hear. Yeah, the book was a lot better. It wasn't good enough for me to care about the book, so you know.
I mean,
It's something either has to be super bad or super good for me to go say, "Oh, I'm going to read the book too." Like the Hunger Games, I was like, "Yeah, that movie sucked. I'm going to read the book," and I was like, that book's a little better." Not a lot better, but a little better. But I was also like, 25, so I was not the target audience for that.
parts of the movie were really cool.
I understand too much about science to enjoy Annihilation. Yeah, I agree with that.
Body horror stuff is pretty neat.
Um,
Oh, he also directed Ex Machina. How do you
that
feel
was a good
about
movie. Yeah, that with Oscar
Yeah.
Isaac, who was in everything for a hot minute.
that? Yeah.
Oh, before I forget, that was the one other piece of news I want to add. There's gonna be Nier songs added to Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's kind of neat.
I played Nier, but
More songs.
What
Their
Tori?
songs are good. Sorry, it's Tori.
What else you been playing, buddy?
Well, it's Brett's turn now.
Did you finish doing your games? It's not round
I've been
table. It's
playing-
not,
I've
it's
been
not
just-
Red Robin here.
So I beat those last week, and then I started playing a bunch of Nintendo Switch games. I came into.
Mario Galaxy or
Odyssey.
Odyssey. Yeah.
Well, I just been going through I just been playing. I think I'm gonna probably beat Mario Odyssey,
That's
which
a
I'm
great
not
game.
liking as much as like Galaxy.
Galaxy is the best one in my opinion, but Odyssey's really good too.
Yeah, it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a very good game. But I'm just running through like. But I was just trying all the N64 games they had on there
Why?
because like, it I always had trouble playing N64 games on the emulators because like you'd pick one and wouldn't work right or whatever. But these ones they have on the Nintendo Online thing are all work pretty good. And I've never played very
That
many of them. Like I was playing the
that hurts my soul,
Yoshi
man.
story. They all suck though. Like they're not none of them are like really good. Like
No,
Wave Race is kind of like
are you new
janky.
to this podcast?
No, I know that. I know your personal feelings about N64 games, but
It's like it's a
yeah.
known secret here that I very much do not like the N64. It's a very shitty system.
Paper Mario is a game that I was always kind of interested in playing.
That's a good one. There's like 4 games I'd say you should play on the N64, and Paper Mario is one of them.
Yep.
F-Zero is trash.
Well, no, F-Zero is one of the better ones. Is the N64 one. The GameCube one's
I'd
really
rather
good
just
too,
play
but
the
it's
GameCube one
that
though.
one's
Yeah.
so fucking hard though. It's like not even fair. Ridiculous.
I don't know.
I don't know what emulator you're using, but the N64 emulator on the Switch is trash. So that's it's a weird battle point to be going at me at.
But I'm just trying the games. Like
Yoshi's Story sucks, that was like the first misstep with the Yoshi because they released Yoshi's Island, great game, and then the immediate follow up was Yoshi's Story.
it's
Game
like
sucked.
it's not fun. I played it for like maybe 15 minutes. I'm like, what is this garbage?
There's a weird like way to play Yoshi's Story. It involves getting specific fruits in an order and then progressing, and nobody knows how to do that. So they just play like the first 3 levels and say this game fucking and it's bad, but it has this weird way of playing it you're supposed to do, and nobody knows how to do it.
Is it something you can look up or something, or like read a manual about?
I think you just follow the border. Like the border of the screen has fruit, and you got to do it in the order of the way it presents it, or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
remember. I know there is a trick to playing Yoshi's Story. It's been almost 30 years, so my memory's not the
I'm not
sharpest.
Gonna, I don't care.
Here,
Exactly.
for
Oh, he phased out of existence.
And then obviously I want to play like Bayonetta 3 and some other trash games.
Bayonetta 3? Or like Badonetta.
I was playing Bayonetta 2, like the Wii U version on the Steam Deck, and it's like that's a good game.
I'm not the biggest fan of the character action genre to begin with, so it's not my
I,
place to
I'm not a
say.
fan of the gameplay or anything. It's just like
I'm
the
not a
craziness in it.
fan of the gameplay, he says while playing a video game.
I'm having. I mean, it's fun. It's fine. I'm not. That's not what I get excited about. It's like
It's just Devil May Cry. That's what it is.
My son woke up and I had to guide him downstairs.
That's good of you. Doing parental things.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 10:30.
Shut up, kid. I'm
fucking hell.
podcasting.
Yeah, no, let's go.
Jeez.
Buddy boy's got work in the morning.
Oh, that Hellblade game.
Hellblade. Oh yeah, that's all right.
Weird.
They're really trying to like push the envelope on the mental health thing. Like this is not even that involved in the game. It's kind of a weird flex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just kind of an okay action game. When it wants to be an action game, then it's like, you know what? Let's do this weird mirror puzzle. I know that new one looks alright.
Yeah,
I guess.
it's kind of weird.
I enjoyed playing it through it, but like I had to restart it after like a year or two.
Forgot what you're doing.
Yeah, I just lost interest, but it was fine, I guess.
Yeah. What are you playing that on?
I was Hellblade.
Yeah.
I played that on the PS4 when it came out.
Oh. I know they did a patch of the Xbox Series that's like 4K, 60, and all that stuff.
Yeah, I might like. I mean, when it came out, the graphics were like the best graphics I saw on the PS4.
Possibly. All right, what else? Entertain me. Yeah.
Is that all you playing, Tori?
Did
Yeah,
you
that's
die?
it.
All right,
Played some
Brett.
3DS games.
What 3DS games?
I can't remember It's like this one Saturday monster story or something.
Saturday morning. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I got like maybe an hour into it or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was kind of neat.
Was it?
There wasn't a whole lot of game. There's just nothing in it though. It's just you're walking around.
Wow.
It's one of those games like 3DS store is down. No one's gonna be able to play it ever again.
Yeah, there's no way around that.
Nintendo really shot themselves in the foot. Maybe they're gonna surprise everyone, and release everything on the Switch.
Yeah, right after they released all those GameCube games on the Switch.
God, Nintendo's great.
Love them. Brett, what have you been playing?
A little bit of everything. Playing some. I'm gonna go back to Mr. Driller Land tonight. I've been playing Dorf Romantic every day, doing at least one run. I saw the second phase of Dracula in the Dead Cells Castlevania, and then he thoroughly beat the shit out of me. Got him down to
What?
25%. So I was pretty stoked about that.
What?
Playing WWE 2K23. My guy is still on the indie scene after stealing the title, so that's going pretty well. Fun shit there. Yeah, just playing, like, going through my playlist. I'm gonna try to complete a few games this week. Going back to Midnight Suns, I think I'm gonna wrap that up. And there's this rock climbing game called Insurmountable. I talked about it last year. It's a mountain climbing turn-based game where you are a scientist trying to make it through Everest, and you have to make shitty decisions. And, like, if your character suffers too many things on the mountain, you can peril. It's pretty fucking sick. I'm enjoying that, and I'm going to restart my Mutant League Dynasty back up. So playing a little bit of all over the place. I've got game ADD right now.
Love stuff.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Just keeping
Well,
everything covered.
wow.
What are you playing?
Well, I'm still working through Final Fantasy VI. I kind of stopped playing it for a bit because that Resident Evil game came out. And I do like
How was it?
Well, have you ever played Resident Evil 4 before?
I
I've
have.
heard of it.
Have you played Resident Evil 2 Remake before?
I
Heard
have.
of it.
Combine those two games. It's Resident Evil 4 Remake.
So it's good.
There's zombies
Oh,
in it, right?
it's good. The only issue I've had with it so far is it's really hard to dodge attacks. It's not the most mobile thing. You still got all the pivoting and like you can't strafe. So you see something like, oh, that's coming right at me. Let me just dodge this real quick, and you gotta like run. You gotta start moving, then you can kind of shift to the side. There's no way to do it in time. Like I was doing boss fights, and I just kind of just had to take a hit. The fuck was that? Mix you up? Just looked at you 2 seconds ago and you were sleeping. All right. You squeak toys at me. Yeah, it's very good. I'm at the endish part of the castle. So I'm almost through that section. So I don't know. I was hoping to finish over the weekend, but didn't get around to it. I was also playing some of the original Resident Evil 4 with the HD pack installed while I was waiting to play Resident Evil 4 back on stream because I'm streaming it. I was like, oh, I don't want to play it off stream, so I'll play the original Resident Evil 4. And that game's also very good. And the knife has a break in that one, so that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, for the knife breaks.
Yeah, the knife breaks. But you do have the break free, stab him in the face knife maneuver. So, they break, but you can get more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the worst. That's an interesting few changes. It's the same but different. Like the same story beats all happen, but the design of some of the areas is different. They'll add extra parts to it. Like I just did this Long Ashley part. That was not like the way it was in the original. Some like drawn out parts that are, there to add some time to the game. Not a bad thing. What else? I was playing the new Wizardry game that's in beta or early access. It came out, I want to say last year sometime, and I started playing it a few days ago. That game is so fucking bare bones. It is like I don't know if it's supposed to be a throwback to just like the 80s or is it intentional or is it just not developed yet? I don't know.
That sucks.
It's so rudimentary. Like the menus are just how do we describe it? It's there's no modern innovation in this game at all. It's a screen of names. You put things in your party. Uh, no real like I don't know how to describe it. It feels like it was like from the 80s. It's so weird. I love
In, like,
wizardry,
not
but
a good way.
no, it's too rudimentary. It really needs to be more modernized.
Hmm.
It's so bizarre. I can't even describe it. Like all the menus are it just it's the most basic of you're in a town but it's just a menu and it's very confusing. It's on how it works. It's not streamlined at all. Like if you want to buy items, you gotta go into your characters, go into the character you want, then go into the shop and buy things, and then
Oh,
leave, and then
gross.
go to the other character and go back in the shop. It's so fucking oh man. I hope they make it better because I really like wizardry. So yeah. Uh I also got Near Replicant, the modern PC version of that game. Near Replicant is the Japanese version of Near. We got Gersalt in the US. It was just called Near here, where you played as Papa Near. In this one, it's the original Japanese version of that game with the brother and sister instead of the father daughter thing.
It's
Uh,
okay. It's like it's not prequel, but it's the one that comes before Autonoma.
yeah, and
Oh yeah.
they
That's
made
fun.
it a lot more like that game. It's a lot more streamlined in the combat. It's a big improvement. It's also a lot more dull. I noticed. So there is a mod that pretty much installs a reshade that makes the game a lot more bright and colorful. And I highly recommend it because it's so drab without it, and it's very colorful and happy when you put it on. Not that the game should be happy at all. It's a sad post-apocalyptic bad time kind of game, but I like it when it's very colorful. So I'd recommend doing that. Um, you know else? I tried to play that game Never Alone with the little girl and the fox in the was it Alaska or something? It's like the native people. And they don't have network play on that game. It's one of those Steam games that says it's multiplayer, but you have to use
Oh, I hate that. That's so dumb.
the remote play thing, and it's always garbage all the time. And
Yep.
it did not go very well, so we did not get to play through that. That will be when Soul's around in person. I think I talked about Hellspit last time. I haven't played any VR this week, unfortunately. So I think that's about it for me. I can't think of anything I've been playing other than that. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Sometimes.
The eShop is down on the Switch and not the Switch, the 3DS and the Wii U.
Yeah.
Rip.
Well,
Yeah, so too bad
What
for
is
all
this
those
world
people.
coming to?
never play any of those games again.
Yeah,
I wish there was a way to still play them.
I hope you got your Pushmo.
I hope
Did
you're
you get your
a
Pushmo?
very successful streamer who has people paying you to buy stupid games that
Did
you're
you
never gonna play.
did you get Gunman Clive? Did you get
I think I already
that
had it.
Is that
Rust
on Wii U or is that 3DS game?
3DS? Did you get Rusty's Real Deal Baseball?
No. Shit.
Or
Shit.
Rongo's Rolling Adventure? What the fuck that game was called? We play as the armadillo.
Ah, god damn it. I'm
Mm-mm.
gonna lose sleep over these.
What about I don't know, DLC
Saturday
for
Night
Luigi's Mansion or
Monsters.
something? Saturday Night Monsters? Did you get Saturday Night
Shovel
Monsters
Knight
in?
for the 3DS.
Shovel
Got
Knight,
I
Treasure
got
Trove.
the Luigi Mansions 2. Like, how are you gonna know the entire Luigi Mansion?
Oh my
I
god, you just might well stop right now. Just call it a
The
day.
deep lore of the Luigi Mansion universe.
How did he get to the second one?
The second one had a bunch
I'm
of
never
different.
gonna know.
It was a bunch of different mansions. It was strange. Three
When are
is
they gonna
all
make
in
a
one
new
giant hotel. What's that?
when are they gonna make a new year Luigi?
Every year is the year of Luigi. Every
Seem
year.
like it.
He's voiced by Charlie Day now. That's something.
That's exciting.
It's very exciting. Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to bed.
Me too.
See y'all next time.
That is the end of the episode. Thanks, guys. Monday nights. We're gonna be back to our normal Sunday night schedules. I know how to control the stream, so look out for me if you like Tetris and other shit.
Who gave you
Again,
the
this was
privilege? Who gave you that right?
gave me that right. What is this, episode 46? Did I say that right? 47?
You don't even know what episode it is, bro.
47?
No.
46.
No.
48.
Yes.
All right, this was episode 48 of Tiny Dynamyte presents Digital Deliberation. I'm Brett. That's Tom. That's Tori. Have a safe week. Bye.
Digital deliciousness.
Yes, digital deliciousness.
I'm down for that.